Vaughan, guess what? Santa Claus came to town. Grant Robinson's evidently been to Auckland. Did you know about it?
You what? Grant Robertson came to Auckland and he didn't come and see me?
Oh,
well, he obviously didn't. I mean,
no. What's happened? Vaughan, you're obviously off the Christmas card list.
Cancel culture's alive and well today. I was sitting over the park this afternoon, Max, from where I live, and you rang and you said Grant Robertson had been in town, and it was like, far out, what's going on? So a week on from our Prime Minister's infamous PR disaster visit last Wednesday, where she visited and no one in the small business community got to know about it. Grant Robertson comes to town and nobody in the small business community gets to know about it. What's going on, bro?
Oh, look, I just read it in the Herald tonight, and guess what they said? Mr. Robinson, let me see, when he asked if he'd seen the right people, Robinson said there are a number of members of his cabinet who'd seen challenges in business. So why didn't you come to business and talk to us? I don't know what he's done. He went to see Michael, what's his name, from the Chamber. I think he went to visit him.
Oh, that's the prize giving and awards events business over in the city. Yeah, I know the one you mean.
But the guy that claims he's got small business on his side, but he's only got 3 members.
3? No. I heard he's got 5. So they're doing good. But coming back to members of the cabinet, would that be the members of the liquor cabinet? The I don't know, the whiskey. I don't know. It's okay. But all joking aside, because hey, when you're down and you're out, it's like the only way that you keep yourself sane is find reasons to laugh, right? And I think that one of the key things is that 1 week on, it appears that the government's not learned a lot, that you don't come to town and go and see the people that matters. Face up. If it's going to be a little testy and whatever, hey, these are the times where there's a bit of tension. Quite frankly, the small business community are far more professional than that. I can assure you that if we took Grant Robertson or the Prime Minister to see small businesses, there'd be harsh discussions, but so there friggin' well should be. But no one's going to behave like an a-hole, right? I think that is one of the keys, and it's a big one. But I've got a couple of views on that. Is there anything else you want to chuck in? Because you know what I'm like. Once I keep going, I just can't stop.
Well, just quickly, I just heard the news tonight. Jacinda was somewhere, and there was a whole lot of protests, and she was chased out of 2 venues because as soon as they started raising their voice, she jumped in the car and ran away.
Wow.
So that was twice that happened today, and she was chased away. So, and Grant's come to town like, I'll handle Auckland. And there he came to town, not telling us, but not to be seen by any of us. He didn't come and visit you, Vaughan, so he can't be worth much.
Yeah, like I must have upset him. I got a lot of time for Grant. I actually think he's a very sensible, pragmatic, and he actually presents well.
What?
You can never. He's quick, and he can have great. What'd you say? What? And we mix guys up. But all joking aside, I firmly believe, and I'm not going to change my view on this, that the Auckland lockdown, and we'll be 100 days by the time we get into that confusing traffic light system, 100 days in lockdown, single biggest mistake this government's made since they came to power in 2017. I had to tell you why. 39% of the economy, it's locked. The border control, yes. We don't want, infected little Aucklanders running around and spreading it around the country, but we still should be allowed to have the wheels of the economy moving internally. So we should still be allowed to get a haircut, go and sit outside a cafe. Jesus, if you can take a bottle of wine down to the park and roll around in the grass with your mates, 25 of them actually, well, surely you can sit outside your local cafe and have the same bottle of wine or whatever.
I totally agree. Let them free. All these cafe owners, they actually have they make the community, they make the little, the hub of a neighborhood. And what are they? They're locked up at the moment. Why? And look at my hair. Look, the hairdressers are locked up. And why? Because the Botox people are doing all the work. Now that's ridiculous. There's no consistency here. And same as what you've just said with the cafes, Vaughan.
Thank God for that Botox. As you can tell, I've had a tidy up today, and you
only look 24 to me.
but I've only got 2 things to get off my chest now, and the first one is I believe that the manner in which this lockdown has been managed, which has caused far more damage to the small business community than it should have, is a serious message by our government to the small business community that we're not trusted, they don't have confidence in us, and actually the innovation doesn't exist to allow the economy to keep moving inside a ring-fenced while we clean up the vaccination rates and get things tidied up here. Auckland is tricky. I get all of that, but it doesn't mean that we have to turn the lights out for 100 days. That part's not so smart, not anywhere in the world. Second part, October to December is the best cash flow trading period for most retailers. You can come out of December, cash in the bank, because January through to March is bloody tough. A lot of expenses fall in that quarter. What we're doing is, because of this lockdown, we're sending a whole pile of small businesses into the first quarter of next year, no money in the bin. So what we're going to see, March, April, they're going to fall like flies. They're absolutely. Look, I know
what we've got is 24,000 have already fallen of small businesses. And you and I, Vaughan, are predicting double that figure, triple that figure, maybe. It's going to be quite nasty.
That's exactly right, Max. And the whole thing is that we've seen it before. Small businesses get smashed, we get back up. We do that, right? But this is a situation where we didn't necessarily have to be smashed in the manner that we've been smashed, and we have been smashed. And that's the and I think there's one thing I left out. There's actually a positive that the government's just pumped 60 mil into the local economy to small businesses. I'd be here talking about that. If I was a minister, I'd be up here and I'd be saying, well, man, we're here to support you. It's kind of like you can't sell a freaking secret. And so that part there, is I just don't get it. So look, don't be scared of us. We're not going to eat you. Come on out. There might be a few harsh words, but we're in this together, eh, Max?
That's dead right. We're here to help you. And look, we would like to, Vaughan and I would love to advise you, give you some coaching and tell you what it's like on the front line, but not growl at you. All we want to do is convince you on the better things to do for small business. And the 60 million, hey, folks, any of you guys out there have seen it, let us know, because it's probably hidden at the moment, but we're keen to have a look at it.
Awesome. Hey, Max, I'm feeling a lot better. I was sitting over the road in the park sunning, and you'd ring me and tell me Grant came
looking for the last word. I know you're trying to get that last word, Vaughan. I know you.
All right. But it's over to you.